офигенные видно. Вот и вид, и человека, если правильно выбрать ракурс.
Ну, в чем сложность просто сюда встать, и тут вот я просто тебе говорю, куда этот вид?
Как мне иногда с тобой тяжело, а?
Давайте колодцы.
Hi, welcome to Zvenigorod, and this is the Savvino-Storozhevsky monastery. It's just about, I don't know, a couple of kilometres outside of Zvenigorod, which in itself is about it's about an hour and a half on the suburban train, so a slow train out of Belarus train station in Moscow. So we're in the west of Moscow. Oh dear. I've got this horrible feeling that I'm going to get caught in a downpour again. Got caught in a downpour yesterday, got caught in a downpour last night, got caught in a heavy shower the last 2 days before that. I'm having no joy. You'd think I'd have packed a little jacket by now, but too much trust in the weather forecast. That's my problem. Anyway, let's go. Looks like the rain might stay off, thank goodness. Just going to scout around outside, see what we can see. A lot of walls, towers, a lot of history. And this was, the site, not this, it didn't look like this right away of course. The site here is from the late 14th century. Where Prince Yuri of Zvenigorod asked Sava, who was one of the first disciples of Sergius of Radonezh, who our old mate, to come here and to set up a monastic abode. There was only one church in the beginning, the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It was established on the hill above the Moscow River. That's where St Sava's relics are. They've been moved, but they're now back, but they were there since 1407. Sava lived in a cave, but he dug with his own hands. And, these guys were dedicated, to say the least. But after a while, more and more monks came, and Prince Yuri granted it several villages, lands and forests. Basically, not quite a facade, but he gave the monastery a lot of land to do as what they please, which was obviously expand and build more churches and build more space for monks and pilgrims. Now apparently Sava also dug a well around here that miraculously, not long afterwards, sprung a leak. Supposedly miracle water, if you're into that sort of thing. Dokolodza 50 metres, yeah, so the well's 50 metres down that way. Shall we go? Yeah, why not? 50 metres is nothing to my sprightly young legs. So we do the St Petersburg Metro dance. Oop. What are you using for? Yeah, a bit of support. Maybe stop some landsliding or whatever. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. Yeah, you can take. I'm not going to drink it or nothing, but give it a wee splash. Put it on my head. The amount of bugs floating about the Russian countryside is kind of surprising me. There's a ton of them. Where's all the bats when you need them? Ah, they make their own kvass here. You might have a cup on the way out. Fair oak belt. This is not too bad. This is a good plan of the place. As you can see, it's pretty big. It must be the northeastern tower. Oh no. That's the northeastern tower. Yep. Oh, if that statue is that side of me, that makes that the northeastern tower. Anyway, let's go inside. No dogs, good. It's a bell tower. And the churches. Such a well looked after place. Look at it. Flower beds. There are trees and shrubs. Another museum. I can see a lot of niet. A lot of no entry, I guess. It's so lovely, quiet and peaceful after Moscow. Yeah. After Moscow, this is like an oasis of peace and tranquility. I mean, check, look. I believe that is the Cathedral of the Virgin's Nativity from 1407. But apparently it's had a bit of a spruce up in the 1970s. Yeah, you're not allowed. Cannot go inside, the camera's not allowed. But it's amazing inside, as you'd imagine. It's like a 5-tier iconostasis with all the icons and the figures. I think the frescoes at the altar date back to the 1420s as well. But apparently the rest of it's like mid 17th century paintings. It's awful dingy and dark inside, so even if it did have a camera you wouldn't see anything. But it's very cool. Size it up bell. Obviously I don't understand what a lot of this means. Not really a man of faith, but I do admire and can appreciate what that faith inspires. It's like stuff like this. It'll always be a kind of little mystery to me, but certainly must be a reason why someone's went to all this trouble. That's all I can say about it. These are the surviving foundations of the gate. Church in the name of Savvino-Storozhevsky and the replacement chamber in the 14th century. And that bottom picture there is like a reconstruction of the original ensemble. There's a wee cellar down there. And that building there, that was Tsar Alexei's suburban house, suburban palace. I wouldn't say house, I would say palace. And Tsarina Sofia, or regent, the one Peter the Great had a fallout with, she stayed over there. Oh, Peter the Great's half sister. Strategically, this is in a good place, of course. Because in the 15th to the 17th centuries, this place was part of the defensive lines on the western side anyway of the Grand Duchy of Moscow. In 1650, the pious Tsar Alexis selected the Zvenigorod monastery as a suburban residence. He had the churches encircled with stone walls and towers to resemble the Troitsky cathedral at Sergei Sad. It's a large belfry, a new church gate, etc, etc. So since the times of Tsar Alexis, the monastery has been one of the most important religious places in Russia. All the following Tsars and Tsarins, and later the Emperors and Empresses, they came here to pray and receive a blessing before the ceremony of receiving the crown. The road from the Moscow Kremlin to Zvenigorod and the Savvino-Storozhevsky monastery was called the Tsar Road, or the road of the God Blessed Tsars. So this place has its own, it's got its own bakery. If you want to buy bread, you can. It's got its own brewery, like many European monasteries. But I think they only brew kvass and something else here. It's also got quite a large hotel to house the visitors and pilgrims that come here. I'm only here on a day trip, so I won't be staying in any hotels, but I imagine it'd be nice and peaceful, nice and quiet. A lot better than the place I'm staying at just now, that's for sure. You can hear some drilling going on up there. Must be some sort of renovation going on. Internal anyway. Look at these wildflowers. When the Bolsheviks seized power in Russia, there was a bit of aggro here, because they wanted to seize the relics of St. Sava. Yeah, there was a fair bit of commotion. A few people lost their lives in the ensuing, I wouldn't say battle, but trouble. The monastery was ransacked and pillaged, including the tomb of St. Zava. The monks were chased out, and finally the cathedral was left to ruin. In 1941 the 35-ton main bell was destroyed as Nazis retreated and blew up the place and destroyed it. But St. Sava's relics were returned to the monastery in 1998. So they're in there where they should be. Back where they belong. It looks like it blocked out and the rain stayed off almost entirely. Not quite, but almost entirely. Now this is a wee bit far out from the actual town of Zvenigorod. Bloody mosquitoes. It's not that time of the day, is it? No. What are they doing? So I think I might have to jump a Yandex back into Zvenigorod because I don't want to walk, basically. Yeah, time to get a move on. Time to get a shake a leg, get a move on. It's wonderful being here. Time to go. Bad luck strikes again. Yep, that is the pitter-patter of quite heavy rainfall. So I'm stuck here. The only way out is to walk or either get a Yandex taxi. I'm going to call for one in a minute if this doesn't go off. I can't be sitting here too much longer. Got a train to catch. Plus I want to see something inside the town of Zvenigorod as well, but the maps are crap. Google Maps is crap, it's not coming up with anything. It's about a 25-minute, 30-minute walk there, but it's far too wet to do it. I'll be soaking all the way back to Moscow. I'm not doing that. So yeah, I'll give it another 10 or 15 minutes, then I'm going to request a Yandex. Well, that's that gone for a button. I can't come back tomorrow, and there's no point going there now if it's closed. God damn it. Google Maps is crap, so I had to use Yandex Maps. And that came up trumps, also with some disappointing news. That was the oldest church in the whole of Western Russia. Still standing and still intact, the way it was supposed to be. But it's closed. It had icons and frescoes supposedly drawn by Andrei Rublev, who, if you're into these sort of things, you'll know that he's the greatest master of Russian icon art, which is a shame. I'd really like to have seen it. But there we go. Another disappointment. Still bloody raining, man. It was forecast to be cloudy. 50% of the time. Ah, well. You roll the dice, you take your chance. Alright, I guess I better go back to the train station then. I'll see how much a Yandex taxi is from here to the train station. And it looks like that'll be it from Zvenigorod. Or I'm not even in Zvenigorod, I'm outside, I'm at the monastery. Well, that's what happens. You've got to make the call. It's 20 past 5. It's raining. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours back to Moscow. I'm leaving tomorrow. I need to get organised. I can't afford the time hanging around Zvenigorod looking for stuff that's open and the stuff that might be there, might not be there. So I better just head back. So hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye. Hiya. Welcome to Zvenigorod, and in particular the I forget its name. The fuck's sake. Hiya, welcome to Zvenigorod, and in particular the Savvino-Storozhevsky. Fucking hell.